Welcome. My name is Christina, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the lunar phases in this podcast. Now, on your screen, you're going to see a picture of the Earth and several different moon phases. And what we're going to do is talk about how to work with this beautiful, dusty, reflecting mirror that the moon shows us. The moon is our subconscious, the collective subconscious. It is what's going on behind the scenes. During full moons, it's illuminating something. That's generally when we get a lot of energy and expression and emotions. It is it's showing us what we have used in our time and how it manifested. So working with the moon's energies can help you, for me anyways, make wiser decisions, but can also help you identify what areas you might need to focus more on. Now, the moon is just constantly morphing. It's changing, it's ebbing, it's flowing. And it's like there's a cosmic dance between the sun, the earth, and the moon. And there is. They're constantly dancing. And as a visual guide, if you look on the screen, at the 9 o'clock hour, you will see the new moon. Now, the new moon is essentially invisible or very faint. I remember as a kid looking up during new moons and wondering where the moon was. It was one of those profound, what's going on? It's super dark. In astronomy, the moon it's dancing between the earth and the sun. And working with lunation intentions, the energies represent new beginnings and setting intentions, planting seeds, creating is something new. As time goes on, the moon moves every 2.5 days out of a astrological sign. And as it builds, it's also known as waxing from the new moon, which is about the 7 o'clock hour on the screen. And this is a thin silver little sliver of light, and it's the moon moving away from the sun. In the lunation energies, it would be symbolizing growth, potential, taking action. It's starting to build. What are you building? What seeds did you plant in the new moon that is building into the waxing crescent? Now, after a couple of days, you come across the first quarter moon. And the first quarter moon is about the 6 o'clock hour that's on the screen. And it's half illuminated. And this is also known as a crisis, a conscious and crisis. And basically, if you set an intention at the new moon and you haven't done anything for the waxing moon, the first quarter moon, there's going to be a different form of urgency. But in the astronomical explanation of how this looks, it's a 90-degree angle between the earth, moon, and the sun. And it symbolizes decision points, challenges, and actions. Like I was saying, whatever seeds you started at the new moon, if there's no actions, the first quarter moon is going to show you what you need to do. After that, you'll be experiencing the waxing gibbous moon, Now, this is about the 5 o'clock hour on your screen, and it's more than half illuminated and growing. It is the moon continuing its orbit around the Earth, and this symbolizes for lunar energy as refinement, building, and preservation. This is what you're creating. You pass the first quarter and you're still full steams ahead. Now, the next one's going to be the full moon. The full moon is when the earth is between the sun and the moon. It's fully illuminated, and there's a release point. There's illumination. Something has shown. Something has been created, if you would, on the full moon. Not all these cycles are in the same 28 days. Sometimes these cycles take about 18 months for it to really come to this point. After a couple of days, the moon turns into a waning gibbous moon. The waning gibbous moon is the earth between the sun and the moon, so it's not opposite, but it is opposite. And it's moving towards the sun. The energies, illumination wise, is gratitude, reflection, and releasing. Full moons are generally about releasing. And you can still use a waning gibbous moon for releasing if you were not able to utilize that energy during the full moon. The next aspect that the moon would go through is a third quarter moon, which would be the top of or 12 o'clock in the image. And this is 90-degree angle on the opposite side from the first quarter moon. And the luminant energies are about surrendering, letting go, and introspection, where you go within and you really look into things and sit with it. The following energies would be a waning crescent moon, which it's starting to do that thin silver sliver and it's the moon approaching the sun, and the illumination aspects would be rest, preparation, and contemplation. And then in a couple of more days, you would be experiencing another new moon in generally a different zodiac sign, which will bring another 28-day cycle, which generally is in 18-month cycles, which is part of bigger cycles. So I hope this little audio of the moon and its webs and flows, a little quick guide, was helpful. And I do plan on providing more information and more details coming soon. I hope that you are having a magical day in all the ways. Always follow your astrology chart, working with the moon cycles to help hone in on the correspondences that you are trying to co-create with the universe. Definitely follow me for my full moon and new moon rituals if you have not already. Like and subscribe if you found this helpful. And I hope you have a beautiful, magical day. And until then, I will see you soon. Goodbye.